going on, y'all? It's Claude. You're checking me out again at Mostly Healthy Food Reviews. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Now, first things first, happy Monday. Let's get this week started right. What I'm actually going to be doing is banging out videos for Black History Month. Now, what that means is I'm actually showcasing and I'm reviewing a lot of different establishments in my area, Bridgeport, Connecticut. And basically, I'm really trying to show love to Black establishments that got good food. This is what it is. So I decided to swing by another place. And this one is the legendary, and I say legendary with all due respect to a couple of young guys that are actually doing it in the food game. I'm talking about Everybody Eats, y'all. Everybody Eats. I decided to swing back by, and right now the lines are going crazy out the door for people that are trying to get their food. I'm actually going to go ahead and try to get into some salmon, because I do love my salmon. I'm trying to get mac and cheese and some grains, y'all. Can y'all put me on? Let's take a walk real quick. Find out what they got going for me today. Everybody Eats, Bridgeport, Connecticut. As usual, I'm going to drop the address in the bottom of the video. Enough talking. Let's go eat. Although you guys are getting this video today on a Monday, I actually recorded this over the course of 3 days this past week. I was down here Thursday, I was down here Friday, and now I'm down here on Tuesday. So you guys are going to get this the following Monday after that Tuesday. Where do I begin? I got fried salmon. Not the healthiest option, but it's fish, right? Mac and cheese and some greens, because anytime I do soul food reviews, you guys know those are my barometers. Those are my go-tos. I want to see what your mac and cheese is hitting on. I want to see what your greens, is your greens slapping? And then, of course, I want to see what my protein's about. I love a good breading on a fried fish. It takes me back to like childhood. It takes me back to any of my family's functions when they actually throw some real fish on the grill and they sit there and get things smoked out with it in. I love Old Bay. I love lemon. When I stopped by and I finally got in to see Juju and the fellas today at Everybody Eats, located here on Main Street, Bridgeport, Connecticut. I had heard the food was decent. I'm looking at the reviews and people are saying that it's absolutely delicious. They're saying they had issues with other things going on, but again, it's a new business. These guys are basically just starting to touch down here in Bridgeport. And they're from Norwalk, which, if you don't know Connecticut, is about 15 minutes south of Bridgeport. They had a food truck, from what I hear. And all around the food game, these guys are considered legendary. Legendary. My mac and cheese, piping hot. Matter of fact, the whole plate was piping hot. It was in a styrofoam container to go, but honestly, piping hot. Number one, that was it. Service, impeccable. I get up in there, my food is ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. Juju took care of me. Salute, sir. I appreciate you. Back to the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese, creamy, decadent. It's exactly the pull that I need on my macaroni and cheese. Matter of fact, this is some of the best macaroni and cheese I've had lately. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is some of the best mac and cheese I've had lately. Seasoned nicely. The cheese on this was just cream. Oh! First things first, if y'all saw me dancing to the mac and cheese, I don't ever dance to mac and cheese. I just dance to this mac and cheese. I'm going with a straight 10 banger on the macaroni and cheese. Oh, man. Then I get some greens. They were wet. Bit into them. They bit back. And I got that little thing right here that I always talk about, which is a little bit of a seasoning / vinegar kind of thing. And that's how you know these greens were official. Official. I'm going with a 10 on the greens. Here's my thing, though. I don't know if I even want to really give the fried salmon a review, because I'd be biased, because I was actually in love with it by the time I bit into the crust before I even got to the salmon. Do you see how big this thing was? You see how big my hands are? This thing was like this. Salmon was flaky. It was thick. This was probably one of the thickest pieces of salmon I've ever had in my life. Honestly, this is somebody's grandmother's kitchen. Y'all doing it. Y'all got me over here stuttering. Honestly, that fish, it was everything, man. It was everything. I just need to be a pescatarian and eat salmon like that for the rest of my life. Man, that was so serious. Matter of fact, that salmon was so sincere. I'm calling this salmon sincere. They whipped the heck out of that one. And the seasoning and the Old Bay, I think. And I want to be quiet on this review real quick and go back to finish eating. So I'm going to hurry up before my food gets cold. Honestly, Everybody Eats. You guys actually do say that you're not a fast food establishment. And you know what? If that food has to take time like this, whoever is doing salmon, I don't care where you're at. If it don't taste like this, I'm good. I'm all set. I don't even want it. Y'all can keep that. If the greens and the macaroni and cheese ain't slapping like everybody eats, I don't want them. I'm good. Matter of fact, I got to throw a number on the salmon, so I'm just going to go ahead and just call it a dozen. I just called it a dozen. Straight 12, 13. You throw whatever you want to know on it. Ow! My official score for the salmon is going to be 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10. This whole plate slappy, slaptastic, slap happy. Just, I spent $21, and honestly, this was the best $20. $21 I'm going to spend today. Including my bottle of water, of course, my 2 sides, and then, of course, my delectable salmon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the videos that I do me a favor, click subscribe. Turn notifications on, that way you get them when I drop them. Mondays, Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. During the week as time permits. Usually Wednesdays or Thursdays. And once again, this is Claude, mostly healthy food reviews. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, News Break. I'm on all social media platforms. If there's a health bonus to my food, it's an added bonus. Everybody Eats. I see what the reviews are about. You guys are getting 5 across the board from me. This was banging. Oh, this was good. And honestly, me having to wait and come back 3 days later for the food, and you guys see the line in the beginning of the video. This is real. People were actually in line to the top of the block trying to get in the last couple of days to get their food. Speaks for itself. Speaks for itself. In either case, let me get up out of here. Y'all be cool on the other side of the pillow. I'll talk to you next time.